And then there's another huge risk factor, which was about 30% of a trivial risk. And that was diet, and nobody wanted to go there. And cancer grows rapidly when it is fed with the only fuel it requires. This is hidden in almost every single thing that we consume on a daily basis. But what if we could disrupt its fuel supply? In this video, we will discuss Dr. Jason Fung's suggested #1 food causing cancer and how dietary choices, insulin levels, and chronic inflammation are all linked to it. We will also uncover strategies to cut off this connection using Dr. Jason Fung's strategies to foster a healthier, less cancer supportive environment. So without further ado, let's get into it. What it is glucose is the most easily available fuel. It's the one that makes stuff run the easiest. So cancers do very well with glucose compared to, trying to run on fat. It's life-taking cancer is characterized as a disease that comes from uncontrolled cell growth. They have a higher metabolic demand, which requires a massive amount of energy to support their rapid growth. This profile is different from normal cells. The primary source of energy for cancer cells is glucose, a type of sugar that is found in the bloodstream. Cancer cells primarily depend on glucose through a process called aerobic glycolysis, or the Warburg effect. This reliance makes excess glucose in the body a major fuel for cancer growth. According to Dr. Jason Fung, insulin and insulin-like growth factor, also called IGF-1, significant role in this process. Insulin is a hormone that helps regulate blood sugar levels and also works as a growth signal for cells. And whereas IGF-1 is a hormone that supports the growth and survival of cells. It can promote both normal and abnormal cell multiplication. Frequent eating, high sugar diets, or insulin resistance cause elevated levels of insulin and IGF-1. As a result, they create a supporting environment for cancer cells to grow rapidly. Chronic inflammation even makes the problem worse, which comes from processed foods, mainly from those rich and refined carbohydrates and unhealthy fats. Chronic inflammation damages cells and DNA in the long run, resulting in an environment for cancer development. Moreover, persistent high insulin levels caused by excessive carbohydrate consumption may further fuel cancer growth. These claims are also backed by scientific studies. Research has shown that high insulin and IGF-1 levels are linked to an increased risk of multiple cancers, including breast, colon, and prostate cancer. According to these studies, dietary choices and cancer progression are connected, highlighting the importance of maintaining a balanced diet to reduce cancer risk. In addition, chronic inflammation and insulin resistance are the two main factors playing a key role in the development of cancer supportive environment. A research study published in Molecular and Cellular Biochemistry explained the molecular links between cancer, insulin resistance, and chronic inflammation. It showed that hyperinsulinemia and the IGF-1 pathway helped in the growth of tumors. Another study published in JAMA Network Open highlighted the relationship between chronic inflammation, insulin resistance, and severe obesity with cancer risk. Similarly, a study from BMC Cancer discussed the prognostic importance of systemic inflammation and insulin resistance and cancer patients. But before we continue, this content is provided for informational purposes only and is not a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Always consult a qualified healthcare provider with any questions about your healthy and medical condition. Good question too. Insulin resistance is a very nebulous term. right? Because the whole idea is that your blood glucose is high. And remember, this is what we've taught, and it's all wrong. We taught that, hey, something causes insulin resistance, and therefore the glucose in the blood can't get into the cell. Let's dive deep into insulin and its relationship with diet. The body's metabolic balance gets disrupted when insulin levels remain consistently high for longer periods. As a result, it becomes a growth signal rather than just a sugar regulator. These levels are often spiked by frequent eating, high sugar diets, or insulin resistance. When insulin acts as a growth signal, it encourages cells to accumulate, in some cases, the growth of abnormal cells, including cancer. So to get back to the problem of how that impacts on cancer growth is very interesting because, and so you have to understand that the way that the body works is that we have certain nutrient sensors. So understand that insulin is not originally, if you look back in the evolution of the past, in primitive cells, insulin is not used for blood glucose control. Insulin is a growth factor. Nutrient sensors such as insulin and IGF-1 play a vital role in the regulation of cell growth and division. These sensors work as helpers, allowing the cell to detect and respond to the nutrient levels, promoting growth and when required. However, this mechanism can be manipulated by cancer cells. Dr. Jason Fung calls insulin and IGF-1 fertilizers for cancer because they aid cancer cells by providing growth signals and resources. Frequent eating habits are the main contributors to persistent high insulin levels. Each time food enters the body, insulin gets released to manage the blood sugar. Spikes caused by food. Consistently consuming food stops insulin levels from returning to the normal state, which results in an environment where nutrient sensors become hyperactive and fully support cancer. Now, instead, if you think of it an overflow problem, well, what's the solution? Well, get rid of all that glucose. Ketosis, intermittent fasting, losing weight. You can do it anyway. You can do it low-fat diets if you want, but by incorporating dietary strategies that lower insulin levels, cancer or progression can be stopped. This means that diet plays a crucial role in lowering cancer risk. You can use many strategies to maintain low insulin, such as reducing woody carbohydrate intake, avoiding frequent snacking, and practicing intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting particularly helps drop insulin levels for longer periods, resulting in the starvation of cancer cells. By adopting these approaches, metabolic environments can be created that are less favorable for cancer growth. Hold up. Did you know inflammation is one of the biggest causes of cancer, heart disease, and aging? And most people are making it worse with what they eat. That's why I put together the anti-inflammation and immunity smoothie and juice. Get 80 plus science-backed recipes designed to stop inflammation, boost immunity, and help your body heal. Grab your copy now from the video description below. The ketones are a source of energy for the brain, and they go up during fasting. When you're fasted, your brain is mostly using ketones. So even if the blood glucose goes down very low, while that was a small proportion of the energy that it needs, then most of its energy is coming from ketones anyway. So therefore, people felt very normal. So yet another reason why the body is able to tolerate those low blood glucose is even better while fasted. So what is intermittent fasting? Well, intermittent fasting is a dietary approach that involves cutting off food intake for a specific period. Traditional diets focus on calorie intake, such as what should be avoided from eating, whereas intermittent fasting focuses on a specific time when you can eat during the fasting period, the body stops using glucose as the energy source. Instead, it uses stored body fats with the help of a process called ketosis. This approach has various health benefits, including cancer prevention. So there is that large study in the New England Journal published in 2001 that showed its I should have big risk factor. Now you have 14 different cancers, which are defined as obesity associated cancers. So therefore fasting, if it helps with that, presumably it's also going to lower your risk. And these include some of the most important cancers like breast cancer, polar rectal cancer, for example, pancreas cancer. One of the most prominent benefits of it is that it cuts off the energy supply to cancer cells, which is glucose. Cancer cells primarily rely on glucose to gain energy through a process called aerobic glycolysis. The glucose availability drops during fasting, and cancer cells are deprived of their fuel source. As a result, the progression slows down. The scientific mechanisms behind IF show its effectiveness. Fasting mainly lowers insulin levels, which cuts off the cancer growth signals that are given by insulin and IGF-1. In addition, fasting activates a damaged cell cleanup process called autophagy. This is an important process that targets unhealthy damaged cells that can cause cancer, further reducing the risk of cancer cell growth. The power of intermittent fasting is proven by various real-life examples and success stories of individuals. Many people have reported better metabolic health and reduced cancer markers after incorporating IF in their lives. Its effects are also supported by various clinical studies. As per the research, intermittent fasting can improve the effects of chemotherapy by cleaning up cancer cells and then protecting normal cells. IF is not just a diet plan, it's a proven strategy with profound health implications. IF helps individuals move towards a healthy lifestyle free from a cancer, promoting environment. It also helps in fighting various other health issues. Many research studies have shown the potential benefits of intermittent fasting regarding cancer prevention. A review published in the European Journal of Clinical Medicine discussed the benefits of EF on metabolic, hormonal, and cellular mechanisms related to cancer. It highlighted the role of EF in fighting factors associated with cancer progression. The study explained how IF reduced tumor growth, enhanced apoptosis, and lowered insulin-like growth factor levels. Another study published in the International Journal of Clinical Case Reports and Reviews highlighted the benefits of sticking to fasting and fasting mimicking diets. It showed that if helped create a less favorable environment for cancer growth and improve the efficacy of current cancer treatments. Similarly, a study published in the MD Anderson Cancer Center explored the health benefits of intermittent fasting on undergoing health of cancer patients had on their bodies. They noticed reduced toxicities, symptoms, and improved quality of life. Before we continue, if you're eager to explore more on how your diet can bend your cancer risk and enhance your overall health, don't miss out on our Vitres and Health newsletter. Sign up using the link below and get weekly updates packed with expert tips, mouth-watering recipes, and practical advice to help you live longer and feel amazing, all delivered straight to your inbox. Apart from avoiding harmful habits, you can also incorporate some other strategies into your lifestyle to support overall health and reduce cancer risk factors. One such useful strategy is including anti-inflammatory foods in your diet plan. Chronic inflammation is a vital element that aids cancer development, and luckily, many foods can help remove it from the body. Leafy green vegetables, rich in antioxidants such as spinach and kale, reduce oxidative stress, Berries such as blueberries and strawberries are full of polyphenols, which are effective against free radicals. Moreover, healthy fats also play a supportive role in reducing inflammation and improving cellular health. These can be sourced from fatty fish, walnuts, and flax seeds. Let's take a closer look at these foods. Leafy greens, especially the darker ones such as spinach, kale, Swiss chard, and arugula, are nutritional powerhouses. They have high levels of vitamins A, C, and E, which work as antioxidants to neutralize free radicals in the body and reduce oxidative stress. Phytochemicals such as flavonoids and carotenoids are also found in them, which have anti-inflammatory properties. Leafy greens can reduce the risk of chronic diseases when consumed on a daily basis because they have anti-inflammatory properties that calm the inflammation. At its cellular level, berries such as blackberries, blueberries, strawberries, and raspberries are rich in anthocyanins. It is a flavonoid that gives them vibrant colors and rich anti-inflammatory effects. These berries can also deal with oxidative damage since they are full of vitamin C and other antioxidants. Studies have found that berries consumed regularly have lowered markers of inflammation. They are also found to reduce the risk of certain cancers and support heart health. Omega-3 fatty acids are also found to be the most effective anti-inflammatory nutrients. They are sourced from fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, and sardines, as well as from walnuts, flax seeds, and chia seeds. Omega-3 lowers the production of pro-inflammatory compounds such as eicosanoids, which ultimately regulate the body's inflammatory response. In addition, omega-3 supports joint function and brain health while protecting from diseases that come from inflammation. Several other foods like turmeric, ginger, green tea, and olive oil also have anti-inflammatory properties, which help in reducing the cancer risk. Another key strategy to prevent cancer is regular exercise. Insulin sensitivity, which prevents high insulin spikes, can be enhanced by doing physical activities. Regular exercise improves the body's ability to process blood sugar efficiently. Try doing light exercises such as brisk walking, swimming, or strength training to deal with insulin spikes. Stress also plays a crucial role in cancer risk, so it is important to manage stress. Studies have found that chronic stress results in hormonal imbalance, including high cortisol levels. This leads to a suppressed immune system, which contributes to cancer risk. Practice yoga, meditation, or even simple breathing exercises to effectively manage your stress. That's how your body can fuel cancer and contribute to its rapid growth. Fortunately, you can prevent its growth in the first place by adopting many strategies such as diet control and intermittent fasting, which are proven to lower the risk of cancer. Right? But whatever you do, make sure to change your lifestyle according to the discussed tips to prevent cancer growth. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more videos. Share your thoughts about this video in the comments section.